Hello and welcome to game number 3 of the playoffs. Game number 3 of the CCM Dallas tournament. Vegas Junior Girl Knights currently sitting in third position, needing a win to be the first place seed, needing to win by 4 or more in order to secure that spot, facing off against the Texas Warriors, who are 0-2. Lost to the Clearwater Ice Storm 0-5, and the Florida Junior Everblades 2-3. And we are off. Puck drop. Starting lineup on the ice was Salikas, Gilliam, and Lanfranchi. Defense of Harrison and Biaggi. Harrison pinching in. That one's tipped back checking Salikas. Over the blue line. Salikas shot. That one's knocked off the stick and into the netting. Defenseman got a piece of that one. And we'll have a face-off to the right of the goaltender for the Everblades. Starting goaltender in net for the Vegas Junior Golden Knights is number 72, Gavin LaRose. Gilliam comes away with the puck in the right face-off circle. He gets pinned along the board. Sleek is trying to dig it out. And then Franchi now hassling through the neutral zone. Biaggi collects, plays it up to Gilliam. Gilliam dumps it in the far corner and heads for a change. Warriors dump it in deep. Onsides. Ref for the Warriors wanted an offsides. Puck dumped down the ice. No icing, says the referee. As that one runs out of steam, Sparks looking to stretch pass up the ice to Marunde. And the Warriors exit the zone. Tipped on the way, so no icing again. Puck in behind the net, collected by Harrison. Harrison up to Marunde. Marunde one touch to Sparks. Sparks over the blue line. Sparks shot and a glove save, but gets by. Actually bounced out of the glove, heading for that left side of the net. Was the shot from inside the right face-off circle, and a one-timer by Marunde in the slot. Goaltender manages to move over to get a piece of it, and off the bench, Avina putting in a shot from the left point, and a backhand and a cover by the goaltender. Vegas with some early quality chances here, peppering the goaltender with under 2 minutes into the game. Taking the face off is Penhollow. Penhollow, Mistakovian, and Reed on the ice for the Knights. Penhollow trying to shove it near post. The Warriors come away with it. Pass to the front of the ice, or just outside the zone. Picking up speed is Cabardilla. Shot that one high over the net. Ends up on the near side. Kept in the zone by Avina at the right point. Warriors flip it up, but not out. Cabardilla keeps it in at the left point, off the skate of the Warrior. Good thing Cabardilla saw that. Warriors did not. Back up to Penhollow. Penhollow tries to tip it in, and wide of the net, wide open net. Goaltender came out to stab at it with his stick, but Penhollow couldn't handle the put-in on the backside. Penhollow trying to hit Huffman on the near side. Puck near post. Huffman trying to center that one. And puck clears the zone. Back to collect is Cabardilla. Cabardilla's got Huffman. Stretch. Poked away. Avina on the follow-up. As Cabardilla tried to exit the zone. That finds Huffman. And an offsides. Lacus. Head of the play on the far side. And we'll have a face-off just outside the zone. With 11:53 to go in the first period. Face-off win for the Warriors. Pinching in is Harrison. Harrison forcing the turnover as he's shoved down by the player, and there's going to be a penalty penalty coming on Evan Lackus. Lackus is going to be interference call as he shoves the player for knocking down Harrison. That is indeed a penalty in hockey. And Vegas, a little undisciplined in that. 11:38 to go. First penalty of the game. Penalty kill team on the ice. Huffman, Nisley, Harrison, and Weeble. Shot by number 2. And that one hits some traffic in front and ends up wide left of the net. Off the partition, cuts to the near side. A good bounce for the Knights. Forces the Warriors all the way back into their zone, and a blocked dump in. Tipped by Weeble. Weeble would have been off to the races, but the Warrior player there. And that one flipped down the ice by Jack Harrison. Harrison heads for a change. On the ice for him is Biaggi. Penhollow trying to go with a stick lift to take the puck. Does to throw off the play. Tipped out to Biaggi on the far side. Biaggi dumps it down on net and a save. Goaltender will leave it off for his defenseman to make a play. Gets stuck behind the net in the snow since there was no ice cut in between these games. Ice cut will come between the second and third period. Or sorry, this after the first period here. High stick. And high stick. After receiving some instruction from the bench. Hunter Reed leaves it without touching it, so that the Vegas Junior Golden Knights can have an offensive zone face-off. Penhollow to take the face-off. Penhollow walking it in, shot, save, rebound, stick to side by the goaltender's stick. Reed got a piece of that one. Warriors able to still enter the zone. Penhollow picks up loose puck, plays it out into the neutral zone in some space. Puck thrown down the ice. 3 seconds to go. Good heads-up play by DeRochers as Vegas still able to not get an icing. Good step up by DeRochers. Again, reading the play there. Puck tipped into the neutral zone. Penhollow knocks it down out of the air. Penhollow tips it forward, looking for Lanfranchi. Now he'll play down below the wall to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi looking for some space, drops it back, and tipped past DeRochers along the wall. Biaggi's back on the defense. Off the skate. Team doubling up there. And good back checking by Vegas. Off the glass to some dark jerseys on the near side. Warriors through the hands of Gilliam as he tried to make a play on that. Puck behind the net. Gilliam finds it. Looking for a centering pass. Warrior on the ice. Gilliam still with the puck. Gilliam drops it to Flood. Flood swings it to the near side. Avina shot low. Save, rebound. And a cover by the goaltender. Face-off win for the Knights. Sparks looking for a play. Trying to do a Michigan. Rolled off his stick, though. Holly trying to get to that one. Avina able to keep it in along near side. Marunde dumps it in deep. Holly pressuring along with Sparks. Puck bouncing in the left face-off circle. Picked up by Marunde, and he drops it in deep again. Sparks trying to shoulder off the Warrior player. Marunde gets a stick on it. Bouncing puck. Turned over. Then stolen back. Holly, quick shot. Wide. Right in the net. Puck dumped below the goal line by Flood. Pinching in. Warriors look for a way out of their zone. And now they finally do a neutral zone. And Avina, inside the red line, dumps it in deep. Vegas make changes. Coming on to the ice. Net's off. We'll see if the ref just fixes it. Well, it's going to be icing anyway. Still, he'll get a chance to fix it as Marundi goes into the post. Right into the side. Hard post. Hopefully he's okay. Not a lot of padding there in the equipment on the sides. Face off going to be taken by Weebolt. Lacus to the left. Huffman to the right on the defense. Harrison and Cabradilla. Shot by Harrison. Save. Knocked out of the air. Puck still loose in front and we'll get a whistle. Bodies flying in the blue ice. Puck was in front of the pads of the goaltender and stays out for a face-off to the right. Face-off win for the Knights. Cabradilla just fans on it. Bouncing puck. Trapped in the middle of the ice. And now tipped out to the neutral zone. Cabradilla with the pressure on the far side. Plays it up the wall, but kept in. And a glove save and hold by LaRose. First action, I believe LaRose might have seen down here. And we're almost halfway through exactly the first period. Pass up ice, Huffman. Mistakovian drops it back to Penhollow. Penhollow back to Mistakovian, walking it to the middle. Had Reed, loose stick in front. It's the goaltender's stick. He tries to locate it. Mistakovian trying to drop that one nicely. Nicely walking it up the ice. Reed, shot. That's wide left of the net. Penhollow pinching in. Puck rimmed around the boards. Now played up and out down the ice for an icing. Vegas will have an offensive zone faceoff coming with 6:46 to go in period number 1. Vegas Junior Golden Knights all tied up at zeros. Flood keeps it in at the left point. Salikas, Gilliam, Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi wide open in front. And shot by Gilliam wide in the net. And a shot just right at the goal line by Lanfranchi, covered by the goaltender. Face-off going to be taken by Salikas. 1. Biaggi plays it back down the wall. Rimmed around. Gilliam's going to chip it around the Warrior player to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi working on the far boards. Off the skate of the Warrior player. Fans, gets it back on his stick. Spins around, and that one is tipped off. Biaggi keeps it in the zone. Stuck in the snow of the bench. And now bouncing puck to the near side. Flood walks it down. Shot wide, stick lift, Biaggi. Walking it to the middle. Biaggi tipped past Flood and now tipped out of the zone by the Warriors. And now off the glass. Avoids the referee. Lanfranchi trying to cut to the middle. And we're going to get a tripping penalty, I believe, on the goaltender. I don't know. I thought that was a good play by the goaltender. Frenchie goes down. Frenchie, as we call him. They'll have to add someone to the box. Goaltender with the tripping penalty. Number 6 for the Warriors will serve that one. Goaltender number 80. First power play of the game for the Vegas Junior Golden Knights. And face-off win for the Knights. Biaggi. Shot. Save. And there's a whistle. Little extra activity and words, I'm sure. Biaggi back down the wall. Huffman trying to keep this puck. He'll walk it down. He's tripped up. No call by the referee. Look in the opposite direction. And puck flipped down the ice by the Warriors. No icing collected by LaRose. Up to Huffman. Huffman over the blue line. Everyone's onside for the Knights. Shot wide by Avina. Weeble collects. Dumps it down below the goal line. Picked up by Lacus. Evan Lacus. Out to Huffman. Now Biaggi. Shot. Tip wide of the net. Huffman will collect in the left faceoff circle. Back to Huffman. Fans on the pass. Lacus with a one-timer. Actually, it helped out. Huffman fanned on his shot, but the fan shot ended up on the back door for Lacus to put it into the empty net and misses. Mislakovian over the red line. 16 seconds remaining on the penalty. Sauce to the near far side. Shot. Cabradilla. And in. Nico Cabradilla from the left point rings the right post. Hits off the goaltender and trickles over the line for goal number 1 for the Vegas Junior Golden Knights. And they have broken the ice in this game, scoring goal number 1 at 4:22 in the period. Dumped in by Knisley. Mislakovian on the pressure. Warriors cough it up to the Knights. Looking for a centering pass. Nobody there in a dark jersey. Warriors looking to exit the zone, and they do. Defended by Cabradilla. Cabradilla puts number 22 for the Warriors in the wall. Hard hit. Vegas with the puck. And they'll say it's a power play goal. Walker Penhollow will get the assist. Glove save by LaRose, tracking on that shot from just outside the left face-off circle. Shot traffic in front. Puck ends up below the goal line. Backhanded around by Flood. The Roachers will move it up ice calmly to Hawley, and now Hawley to Sparks. Sparks dumping it in, trying to keep it in past the Warriors, but unable to. Roachers shot towards the ice. That one banked past the Roachers along the bench by the Warriors. Roachers moves it up ice, finds Sparks. Sparks winding up, shot, and that one's into the netting off the defensive stick of the Warriors. Face-off win for the Knights. Looking to find Lanfranchi. Kept in right at the line by Jack. That one shot by Jack. Just by the outside of the netting on that shot. Puck rimmed around the boards. Collected by Biaggi. Drops it to Slikas. Now at the right point. Slikas moves it down the wall to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi hassled And Franchi still working on the near side. He'll drop it to Biaggi. Biaggi sidesteps one, walking it down. Biaggi still with the puck on his stick. Still surveying. Drops it back to Harrison. Harrison keeps it in. Finds Salikas. Salikas drops it down low to Gilliam. Harrison drags it along near wall. Going down is the Warrior player. Vegas still keep the possession. Backhands it to the middle. Player down. Vegas keep it in. Not a lot of time the opposite end of the ice this game. One-timer. Goaltender didn't know where it was. Gilliam with a shot coming across the center of the ice. And the goaltender makes the save with 1:42 to go in period number 1. 1 minute and 42 seconds to a nice cut. If you need to take a break, times they grab some lunch. Almost early lunch maybe back in Vegas. Huffman walking it in, shot blocked. Cabardilla flips it into the far corner. Walking it to the middle. Huffman, backhand. And that one's just tipped over the net. In the netting. Referee will allow them to play it and pass through the crease by Huffman. And now out of the zone. Finds the only man up ice, but Avina dispossesses him. Flips it high into the zone. Avina's interfered with as he headed up the ice. And the only Warrior again up ice. Trying to get in past 4 dark jerseys unsuccessfully. Huffman, cross ice, tipped on the way. Vegas will pick up the puck and play it in. And we have a whistle. Offsides. Face off just outside the offensive zone near the Warriors bench. Rochers evades the referee. Cooper walking it down the wall. Finds Nisley. Nisley back down to the Rochers. Rochers walking it in. Rochers shot. Traffic in front. That hit ends up wide. Mistakovian trying to cut to the middle. Reed is there along with Penhollow. Puck on the near side off the glass. Trapped by the skates of Nisley. Nisley shots knocked down. And Nisley just able to pick that one away. The Rochers moves it up the wall. Takes a hit on the way and off the glass and back. Reed traps it out of the air. Reed sauces it to the far side. Knights on the attack. Shot. And a save by the goaltender right at the buzzer. Shots on goal, 16 for the Vegas Junior Golden Knights at the end of the first period. 2 for the Warriors. Vegas shooting goal Knights return to the ice. Number 72, Gavin LaRose, returns to the crease. And we are about to get period number 2 underway in this third place round robin game. Vegas shooting goal Knights looking to get a win in this round robin play in order to advance to the first place semifinal match, or first place quarterfinal game. Sorry, quarterfinal game as the first place seed. There we go. Play up ice finds Huffman. Huffman has Lacus in the middle. Huffman to Lacus, backhand. Save and a whistle. As Huffman takes a shove at the end. Loose puck in front. Finally the whistle came. Not sure if the goaltender had it. But we will have a face-off to the right of the goaltender with 14:31 to go. Puck off the far boards. Colton Flood pinching in, gets to it, dumps it in deep. Goaltender lays it off with a stick. Huffman comes in, trying to seal that one off. Looking to drop the puck back to Weeble. Weeble keeps it moving down low again to Mislakovian. Mislakovian cuts back. Weeble loses his stick. It's in the front of the net, and the puck is in. Not sure if Reed got that one or Mislakovian. Weeble now will retrieve his stick. And Vegas. Goaltender says it came out, or referee is trying to explain to the Warriors it came out. And in and out quickly. I think it was signaled before, so I think it was Sebastian Mislakovian or Reed. We'll see here what they announce. And less than a minute, the Vegas Junior Gold Knights add a goal to make it 2-0. Penhallow forces that puck below the goal line. Warriors play it up ice. Pinching in is Harrison. Harrison forcing the turnover along the near side wall. Drops it to Penhallow. Penhallow walks the blue line, walks it in. Shot! And just misses the left side, and that one's on the outside of the net. Pressuring is Reed. And now puck rimmed around the boards. Biaggi pinching down. Trying to walk that one to the middle. Drops it back to Harrison. Harrison swings it to the right side to Mislakovian towards the net. Tipped. And that one just rolls by the left post. Penhallow trying to bank that one off. Banks it out of the zone. Harrison had a Warrior, and they didn't see it hit the kid on the bench. Stays in play. They'll play on. They will say Mislakovian on the goal with no assist. Icing on the Knights, or on the Warriors. So we'll head to an offensive zone faceoff. Faceoff win for the Warriors. They rim it around the boards to the near side. Puck pinned along the wall by DeRochers as he also gets pinned to the wall by the Warrior player. Kept in by Lanfranchi, dropping back. Shot high, dropping in the ice surface. Gilliam picks it out of the net. Finds DeRochers back in his position. DeRochers tries to juke the Warrior player on the near side. Vegas come away with it. Gilliam backhand banks it off the wall to Salikas in tight space there. Vegas able to maintain the possession momentarily. And now the Warriors trying to come away with it. And they do. Dump down the ice for an icing. As he is encouraged gently by the parents in the crowd to skate it down. Or at least 5 more yards to the red line. Cash and Sparks take the face off. Holly to the left. Marundi to the right. On the defense, Cabradilla and Avina. Sparks trying to work it to the front. Can't get through. Number 8. Typically can't go through bodies. And that one gets past Cabradilla at the point. Plays it up. Kale Marundi coming away with it. Marundi gets shouldered off along the boards. Bouncing puck ends up off the stick. Vegas tag up and re-enter. Puck on the near side. Trying to evade Marundi does. Number 8 look to pay it up ice. Carries it over into the zone. Trying to get around Cabradilla. Between the legs, Savina helps collect the puck left behind by the Warrior. And on the near side, Holly initially loses the Bucky, but he's able to get it up the wall. Playing it down low are the Warriors as Vegas catch Cabradilla off the side wall to Sparks. Sparks dumps it in. Sparks will head for a change. Puck rimmed around the boards. Marundi trying to get there to pin the Warrior player there. Does. Weebolt banks it off the wall down low to Marundi. Shot! And saved by the goaltender. Hits that. Gets a piece of that one to force it wide. Poked off the stick of Marundi. Now Cabradilla has it poked off his stick out of the zone. Cabradilla chasing back into his own zone. Gets there in time. Loses the Warriors player. Trying to anticipate the play there. Lacus has it taken off his stick by number 3. Oh, Weebolt reaches the stick out to knock it away and snaps in half in the legs of the Warrior player. Delayed penalty coming here on the Warriors. Penhollow tripped up. Penhollow still with the puck. Tips it past. And a double penalty. Penhollow with some extra work here. Draws 2 penalties. Shot. And a save by the goaltender. Let's see. Vegas now go from a 5-on-5 situation to a 5-on-3. We shall see who enters the box. At the end there, Vegas had the extra attacker on the ice as LaRose was able to get to the bench. If you might have saw a lot of great gray jerseys out there. Number 19, interference. Only 1 to the box. Not sure what happened there. They didn't add the extra player, and I didn't see 2 signals. There's only 1:30 up on the clock, so not sure what happened. Interference is the call. Power play number 2 for the Knights. Penhollow over the goal line, or the blue line, and loses it along the far side boards. Collected by Cabradilla. Puck up to Knisley. Knisley looking for a centering pass to Mislakovian. That one jumps off his stick. Mislakovian walking it to the middle. Shot off the skate. Mislakovian finds it. Second shot. Wide right. Pinching in. Cabradilla keeps it in. Places it down the wall. Rimmed around. Looking for Penhollow. Penhollow will collect. He's got some space. Leaves it off for Mislakovian. Mislakovian. Penhollow. One-timer. And that one sailed above the net. Not sure if that puck was rolling on him. Cabradilla evades one. Cabradilla to the far side. Mislakovian. Shot or pass to the middle. Looking for Penhollow. And that one is sent down the ice. No icing as there's 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Cabradilla lays it off for Knisley. Knisley up ice to Gilliam. Gilliam into the Knights. Oh, nope, not into the Knights bench. Lanfranchi. Shot. Wide left. Cabradilla lays it down the wall to Salikas. Salikas back to Cabradilla. Cabradilla shot low. Tipped wide right. Gilliam falling down, but able to get a stick on it, and they got a man in deep for the Warriors. One-timer nicely, and hits some traffic in front. Redirects it wide of the net. Tipped into the middle. Gilliam will collect the puck. Trying to play it down the wall. Dropped back, kept in by Nicely at the right point. Shot, and that one's just tipped wide. Lanfranchi reverses it back, lays it off for Gilliam below the goal line. Gilliam cuts back. Now he'll bank it off the wall to Nicely. Nicely We'll have to collect that one in his own zone. Vegas will tag up. Trying to flip it out. Marundi. Steal. One to beat. Trying to get that one over to Holly. Puck loose to the far side. Sorry, near side, not far side. Puck played out. Up but not out. Biaggi walking it down the wall. Biaggi cuts back. Doesn't like what he sees. One-timer. Wide left of the net. That one by Marundi. Harrison keeps it in at the left point. Pinned along the wall. Sparks and a save by the goaltender. Goaltender getting some work this game. 22 shots on goal so far for the Vegas Junior Golden Knights. Face-off going to be taken by Weebolt. Puck back to Jack Harrison. Lines up. Wide left of the net. Loose puck ends up along the side. Stick lifts by Harrison. Huffman is trying to ride that one into the zone. Now it's out of play as the defenseman sauced it into the Vegas penalty box. Cole Larson there to retrieve it for the referee. Weebolt take the faceoff. Lacus to the left, Huffman to the right on the defense. Harrison and Biaggi from left to right. Faceoff win for the Knights. Biaggi surveying. Biaggi shot low and saved by the goaltender down in the butterfly. Puck loose, rimmed around the boards. Biaggi pinching in, keeps it down the wall to Huffman. Huffman still with the puck on the far side, off the skate to the middle. Trying to clear it. Backhand and in. Lacus with the goal. Lacus points to himself. Was that me? Yes. Yes, it was. 6-7 gets the goal as that one was redirected off the stick of the Warrior player. And I think eventually the goaltender might have got a piece of it. Put it past, and Vegas make it 3. At 6:35. Avina collects, plays it out of the zone. One touch up. Mislakovian over the blue line. Mislakovian, couple of fancy footwork there. Reed drops it back to DeRochers at the left point. Walking it in. DeRochers shot and hits some legs in front. Ends up wide left of the net. Wraparound attempt by Penhollow is unsuccessful. Puck laid off for Avina. Walking it to the middle. Avina down low. Tipped. And Vegas with some touch plays there in front of the net. Not able to get it past the goaltender. Shot. Save. Rebound. Almost cleared out by the Warriors, but not. Pass to the middle, and Reed unable to do it. Reed banks it off the wall, but misses the connection to his partner, Avina. Penhollow over the blue line. Penhollow sidesteps one. Shot. Hits traffic in front, and turnaround shot by Reed. And a save. Goaltender gets the whistle. And we'll head back down the ice to the offensive zone where we have been for the majority of the game. Sorry I was on mute. Face-off can be taken by Cash and Sparks. Face-off win for the Warriors. Warriors will curl around behind their net. Look to make a play up the ice. Kept in off the leg of Nisley initially. Sparks gets a backhand to Harrison. Sauced up the near side wall. That one's all the way down the ice. They'll say tipped. No icing. We will play on. Nisley goes down. Shot on the outside of the post. Now again in the pad. Bouncing around and kept off out of the net by Gavin LaRose, who gets... There were about 3 shots on that one. They only gave him 1 shot. And the shot total, Vegas tripling up shots on goal by the Warriors, 3-30. Save and hold by Gavin LaRose. And changed out is Avina for the Rochers. Taking the face off is Weeble. Biaggi on the right. Huffman on the left. Lacus towards the center of the ice. Puck rimmed around the boards. Lacus trying to apply pressure. Shot wide left of the net. Well wide. Trying to get there. We got 2 Knights able to come away with the puck. Working the odds in their favor there, as they often do in Vegas. Lacus gets shouldered off the puck. Weeble able to get a piece of it as Vegas avoid the tangle up behind the net there. Weeble walking it to the middle. Weeble shot. Blocked down in front. Rochers trying to play that one. Sorry, Rochers was trying to play that one down the wall. Pass to the far side. Biaggi. Shot. Low. Save. Rebound. Played back out to Biaggi. Biaggi towards the front. And Lacus got his stick stuck in the goaltender's leg pad. Able to get free. Shot. Rebound. Cleared out by the Warriors. Down the ice. No icing. DeRochers will collect. And DeRochers will look for a play up ice. DeRochers with some speed. Sorry, in space. Shot. Save. Nobody there for the rebound. Puck up ice. Mistakovian down there gets back enough to poke that one away before the Warrior could make a play on the puck. Puck tipped up. Avina back to collect. Plays it out of the zone. Initially out of the zone, but off the skate of a Warrior player. Off the skate of Mistakovian and into the zone. Puck rimmed around the boards. Kept in by Reed. Mistakovian will try to get there in time, apply some pressure. Reed gets tangled up as that one hit in his skates first. Mistakovian will curl back around, try to find a play out to Flood. Puck tipped around Flood. Avina will come in to help out. Pass up ice to Penhollow. Penhollow along the near side boards. Cross ice pass. Finds a Reed. Open. Reed. Shot. And wide of the net. Must be hard. Hit the front of the net here. Get a lot of shots wide by the Knights. And puck dumped back in by Flood. Puck knocked down. Now chipped in. Avina to collect. Plays it out to Lanfranchi. One touch up. And not a dark jersey in the middle of the ice. Avina cut to the middle. Evades one. Avina now from the red line. High lob. Dumps in below the goal line. Avina look for a shot towards the net. And that one just trickles wide. Avina hassled. Avina will come away with the puck. Evades one. Passes up to Lanfranchi. Now up to Salikas. Salikas misses the connection to Gilliam. Off the skate of Salikas. Walking it in. Shot! That one's wide, right in the net. Puck wide. As we tick down to the last 5 seconds of the period. And there's the buzzer for the end of period number 2. Vegas Junior Golden Knights up 3-0. Goal 34 for the Vegas Junior Golden Knights as they put 18 up that period. And reminder, the Vegas Junior Golden Knights need to win by at least 4 in order to be at the first seed position. That first seed position will play against the 8th seed at 5:30 tonight on this same rink. Back here not too long, 5:30 Central, of course. 3:30. A mere 4 hours away at this point. 15 minutes to go in the game. Warriors trying to rally some support. Huffman with almost a steal. Weebolt kicks it to himself, now plays it into the far corner. Lacus chases. Ouch, that went off the handle. Lacus able to keep it in for Huffman to get it. Shot! And a save by the goaltender. Good kick of the toe out for the goaltender. Nicely walking it down. Shot! And that just barely misses the left corner. Puck out, kept in right at the blue line by Harrison. Harrison swings it to the near side, nicely over the blue line. He shouldered onto the puck, trying to dangle it around number 8. And 8 gets to it first and plays it down the ice for and icing. So Vegas will head to the offensive zone for a face-off to the right of the goaltender. A little too close on that zoom. Face-off taken by Sparks. Shot low. And a kick save by the goaltender. Gets the toe out in between the skates of Cabradilla. Flood will collect that one. Play it off the wall. Bank to the near side. Now puck up the wall. Cabradilla will collect, and he'll head, rim it around, kept in. Reversed back around by the Warriors. Puck out of the zone. Sparks applying pressure. Plays it to the right side. Falls down. Gets a little miss kick. Shot by Sparks over the net. It was a nifty little kick there by Holly to keep the play moving up ice. Sparks moves it around. Holly trying to get to it. Kept in by Cabradilla. Cabradilla trying to dangle, and puck comes out of the zone. Flood at the red line. Dumps it in on net. Goaltender will make the save and leave it off for his teammate. Play off the bench. Lanfranchi stopped it right inside the zone. Puck comes out. Puck will be dumped in deep by Sparks as he heads for a change. Lanfranchi pressuring. Now Marundi. Marundi taking a good angle to try to get to that puck first. Marundi. Shot. And that one just misses the net. Flood down the wall to Salikas. Salikas shot. Save. Rebound back to Salikas. And just overskates that one. And Biaggi with good play in the neutral zone. Would have seen it if I would have moved the camera, but I forgot. And puck tipped out of the zone by the Warriors. The Roachers comes in, dumps it in deep. Gilliam on the hop. Gilliam gets there first. Looking for a centering pass to Salikas. Finds the legs of Warriors player. Salikas trying to drop that one to Roachers. Keeps it in at the left point. Puck to the near side. Biaggi keeping an eye on the Warrior player trying to stretch out the Knights. Puck dumped in on net. Handled easily by LaRose. Sebastian holds up. Penhollow with some speed. Penhollow plays it around one and floats away from him, but kept in from the right point by Biaggi. Mistakovian will collect. Mistakovian sees some space in the middle, trying to go to the middle, and he is met with some opposition. Reed's got to get around the referee and does. Lays it back down the wall to Mistakovian. Mistakovian back to Penhollow. Penhollow touches it around the Warrior player. Now drop back to Biaggi. Biaggi walks it. Shot! Save. Rebound. And under the leg pad of the goaltender. Not sure who that shot came from in the middle, if it was Reed or Mislakovian. Defense will make a change onto the ice. Nisley and Cavardilla off Biaggi and DeRochers. 11:20 to go in period number 3. Face-off taken by Penhollow. Face-off win for the Knights. Cavardilla will have to backtrack, get that one. Everybody not tagging up at the same time for the Knights. Puck tipped up the ice by Penhollow. Penhollow skating hard, gets to it first. Penhollow touches it around a couple. Penhollow with the puck still on his skate. Shot and wide right of the net. Nicely shot. Ringing around in the leg pads of the goaltender. And here come the Warriors. Meanwhile, Cabardilla shouldered off one of the Warrior players off the puck in the middle of the ice. Cut into the middle. Cabardilla plays it to the outside, and he'll look to clear the zone. Does. Cabardilla's got Huffman. Cabardilla centering pass to Huffman. Shot. Backhand save by the goaltender. Pass to the middle again, looking for Lacus. And the Warriors came away with it initially. Puck kept in at the point by Cabardilla. Puck behind the net. Lacus curling around. He'll keep it to the outside of Mistakovian. Mistakovian to Nisley at the right point. Nisley back down the wall. Half wall. Sorry, that's Weebolt. Weebolt finds an open to Vina. Vina shot. Low. Save. And hold by the goaltender. Vegas with some good puck movement there as they cycle players in and out and keep the possession. Looking for that 4th goal to get to the first seed position. 10:02 to go in period number 3. Face-off win. Harrison shot. Knocked down traffic in front. Puck to the near side. Weebolt sticks lifts. Puck out to the neutral zone. Harrison will collect. Play it to the middle to Avina. Avina to Huffman. Huffman looking to move it up ice quickly to Weebolt and dumped back in by Passmore for the Warriors. Huffman over the blue line. He's got Weebolt to the middle, and that one a little bit behind Weebolt. I believe who he was looking for in the skate of the ref. Reversed back around by Huffman. Weebolt will head for a change. Sparks plays it up into the Warrior zone. Warriors high lob to the far side. Good thing Murndy didn't touch that one. Otherwise, it would have been too many men on the ice. Avina trying to get away from 2. Goes down. No icing. Sparks. Shot knocked down by the stick of the defense for the Warriors. Fina with some fresh ice on his equipment. And out of the zone. Sparks trying to curl that one up ice. Marundi, turnover, shot. And on the outside of the net. Parents got a little excited when you see that net wiggle. Unsure of whether that's in the net or on the outside. Shot low and save and hold by the goaltender for the Warriors. 8:20 to go in period number 3. Puck out to neutral zone. Puck dumped in. Vegas will tag up, and they do. Puck out. That's going to be an icing. And we'll head back down to the offensive zone face-off to the right of the goaltender with 8:05 to go in the period. I want to give a shout out to my scorekeeper, Brian Nisley, filling in for the lovely Lorraine Nisley, who's normally doing the score for me. Not on this trip. Shot, save, rebound, cleared away by the Warriors. Puck down the wall, Flood plays it off the glass and back up. Collected by the Warriors. Now they'll move it to the neutral zone and up ice. Warriors with the puck in the right face-off circle. Shot off the leg pad of LaRose. Warriors looking to center it. And a one-timer. Oh, that one might have caught Salikas up high. Not sure. He was right in the middle of the ice. But he's skating away on the rush. Leaved it off. Glenn Frenchie left it off for Salikas. Salikas keeps the puck, tries to play it down the wall. Steps on the puck there. Now played out and down the ice. That one will settle as it hits some snow in the Vegas bench. Oh, and it'll just trickle over the line. And Vegas does get the face-off in the offensive zone to the left of the goaltender. 7:19 to go. Face-off win for the Knights. The Roachers trying to walk that one down the wall. Poked away initially. The Roachers down the wall pass to Mislakovian. Mislakovian to Reed below the goal line. Reed's got some space. Trying to lay that one off for Mislakovian, and he does. Sauce to the middle. Trying to get that one to Penhollow. Biaggi sauces it down the wall to Penhollow. Sorry. Along the side. Penhollow cuts back, looking to fake out the goaltender. Loose puck in front. Chipped in, and that one's chipped over the net, I think by Reed. Pass to the middle, looking for Penhollow on the one-timer. Penhollow got a piece of that one initially. And dumped in by the Warriors. The Roachers on the puck. Centering pass. Shot wide of the net. Biaggi was there, applying some much-needed pressure. Poked off of Biaggi's stick right at the blue line as he was looking to exit the zone. Shot wide net. Wide of the net. Shot blocked by Reed. Reed, we call him the shot blocker. He's like the Alec Martinez of the Knights, junior Knights. That just jumps off of Reed's stick, but into the neutral zone. Warriors will all tag up and get on side. Biaggi over the blue line. Biaggi shot wide left. Weebolt dropped his stick, picks it up, able to make a play on the puck there. And puck rimmed around the boards by the Warriors. No icing, says the referee. This will play on nicely. Back to collect. Evades one. Gets hassled in the corner. 2 Warriors on him. Dispossess him. And that jumps over the stick of Seymour. At the point for the Warriors. Off the skate of Knights, so that will be no icing. Laid aside by LaRose to Nisley. Nisley banks it off the wall looking for Huffman. Does find him. Huffman sauces it around one. And down the ice to Lacus. Lacus looking for Weeble or Huffman. And that sauce back pass. And Huffman with the sneak attack on Dejani. Shot high into the netting for an out of play puck and a face off to the right of the goaltender. Cash Sparks take the face off. Holly to the left. Marundi to the right on the defense, Nisley and Harrison. Pass off a couple skates from Nisley. Ricochets into the far corner. Puck rimmed around the boards. Nisley will collect. Trying to play that one up ice. Nisley gets a lucky bounce and able to keep that in the possession of the Knights. Dumps it in deep. Puck up ice. And we got a player almost got away from the Knights, number 7 for the Warriors. Marundi tried to backhand that one to the middle, and Holly couldn't get a shot off. Holly disrupts. Had his shot disrupted. Avina plays that one up. Puck dumped in. No icing as Drochers was right at the red line. Puck collected by Avina. Avina up ice. Drochers trying to make that play out to the outside. And Drochers dispossesses the Warriors player initially. Holly applying some pressure, shot towards the net, but unable to make it there. And that's going to be a trip on Sparks. That one hurts. That one gets you right in between the shin pad and the skate. And Sparks to the box. Vegas to the penalty kill. 3:34 to go in period number 3. Player stays on the ice for the Warriors. Trying to skate that one off. That does not feel good. Second penalty of the game for the Knights. Had the first penalty of the game back in the first period. And face-off coming by Weeble. Weeble trying to kick that one up ice. And the Warriors come away with it. Puck played up and down the ice. No icing as they are on the penalty kill. Huffman, though, on the pressure. Now almost turns it over to Huffman. And dispossessed. Huffman in a foot race. Shot, save. And now they're able to clear it out. Look it to the middle, and a cover by the Rose. .44 seconds to go on the Sparks penalty. And we'll have a face-off to the right of LaRose. 2:48 remaining in the period. 44 seconds on the penalty kill. Penn Hollow to take the face-off. Reed, Flood, and Cabradilla. Penalty kill team on the ice. Cabradilla hassling as Warriors trying to walk it to the middle. Number 7, he's hassled. Penhollow walking it to the net. Shot. Goal! Walker Penhollow walks it down the left side through the face-off circle and snaps one past the goaltender for a short-handed goal. And goal number 4 for the Vegas Junior Golden Knights. And face-off win for the Knights. Dumped down the ice by Harrison. Puck in deep, 10 seconds to go on the PK. Lanfranchi to the middle. Gilliam. Shot. Hits traffic in front. Unassisted on the shot. Puck dumped in deep. Lanfranchi to chase as that one was right as the penalty was expiring. Cross ice pass. Harrison with the interception. And an errant pass. They will not say icing. Biaggi will keep it moving around to Gilliam. Gilliam, one-touch pass out to Salikas. Almost successful. Almost clean. Pass the opposite side. Harrison up ice to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi just has it float off his stick. Trying to hit that one out of the air. Lanfranchi goes down. No call there. Lanfranchi. It's got Gilliam in the middle. Fans on the reverse pass around the ice. Puck kept in right at the blue line by Salikas. Puck in deep. 1 minute remaining in the period. Biaggi with the steal, dump in, and Vegas tag up. And they're trying to send it up the ice. Coming in is Sparks. Sparks! Shot! Rebound! Just under the stick of Holly. Pass up ice. Avina on the defense. Shot! Blocker save. Holly with the pass, with the puck. Marundi now up the right side. Marundi over the blue line. Shot! Save. Puck high up into the air and drops down. Finally, players find it. And puck kicked out. Walk it to the middle. Backhand. Kale Marundi trying to backhand that one into the roof of the goal. Misses. 4 seconds remaining in the game. If this result stands, Vegas will be in first place and will have to return back here at 5:30 for the quarterfinal game. Ow! Shot off of Holly. Nicely puts one into the back of his calf. As Vegas go 3-0 in the pool play. Thank you. So that means that the Vegas Junior Golden Knights will be the first seed, as all of the games have finished up. And the 8th seed, let's see here. Texas